thing that's interesting about your deals, and you were talking about retail, and before this we were talking about a hotel that you've developed, is that you have such a diverse spectrum of real estate assets. You have assisted living, student housing, which I wanted to ask how you got into that. You have, hotel, condo, homes, and retail, A, B, and C. So how do you network with brokers, or get the word out there that brokers sometimes need to be told exactly what you want? How do you do that, where you find these opportunities?
So the real estate business is cyclical, and the good thing about being an entrepreneurial real estate investment company is that we're not really locked into any one category of real estate, and we're able to move around as the opportunities present themselves in different areas. So, for example, in the late 2000s, we stopped buying. Everything felt expensive. 2011, 12, when we started to become exposed to future negative consequences of retail as a result of the internet, we thought it would be a good idea to reposition our business away from retail and into a investment category that was really underappreciated at the time, which was student housing.
Okay.
And I won't say that we went out and researched every category of real estate and decided student was the best, but we were delivered a student opportunity by a partner of ours, and as we dug into it, we concluded that the entire category was mispriced, and we really bought as much student housing as we could, starting in 2011. And then in about 2015 or 16, when everybody else caught on to it and it became too expensive to buy, we started building, brought in a development team, and then it became too expensive to build, and we just continued to operate. So it's I think it's important to continue to evaluate where you are in a cycle, both generally and globally, and also with respect to the category you're in, and ensure that you're receiving returns that are adequate given the level of risk you're taking and the level of effort. And we're able to look at other investment areas from the same perspective. But even, the condos or hotels that we've built and are building in Park City, it wasn't like we came here strategically to do that. It was an opportunity that arose as a result of kind of unrelated circumstances. In Park City, it was us building a second home and being exposed to opportunities in single-family home development, and then opportunities to acquire land in a distressed market, and that land exposing us to other land, which exposed us to, different areas of opportunity. So a lot of it isn't strategic, it's opportunistic, but it's being able to recognize the opportunity when it arises, and then to have the confidence and to build the team around it. So, I'm not an expert at building a hotel or operating a hotel, but when we decided to do it, we assembled a team of people who were experts that enabled us to rely on our own strengths and draw on theirs.
Yeah, to go from, different types of asset classes, it's like, starting to dig a new hole from scratch, because you have so much education you have to do, but also to do it in different cities, that seems to be even more of you've really gone through, you must love the process.
Well, you do, and you have to. I mean, I meet a lot of younger people coming into the real estate business, and they all ask the same question, what should I do if I want to succeed? And, the most important thing, I think, is to follow your passion, because if you're not passionate about it and you're not excited about it, and it's very difficult to succeed in it. And, to be honest, my passion for retail diminished, and it just became difficult to constantly be getting your ass kicked by retailers who had all the power. So at a point in time when it becomes less fun and less interesting, and it makes sense to start looking at other opportunities. We've always had a national platform in terms of how we've operated our business, and so we're not afraid to go into different markets where we haven't had experience and really learn and understand those markets. And I think the same applies to different property types. We're not afraid to really dig in deep and understand the the playing field and the players and start to build the relationships. But it takes a lot of effort. It doesn't just happen. When we decided to fully commit to student, it took a lot of effort to get the confidence of the brokerage community, to get access to the best opportunities. But I've always felt that if you tell people what you're going to do and then just do it, and you become reliable and honest and display integrity, I mean, those are the people that professionals in the space want to work with. And so when we came to student, it wasn't like we were starting from scratch. I mean, we'd bought hundreds of millions of dollars of shopping centers, and the same principles apply. So so what we do is we take the learning from everything we've ever done and apply it to what we're doing, and there are a lot of parallels.
Yeah, that's interesting. I love seeing that.
Come meet us over at signetinvestments.com. There you'll have access to our full podcast and articles archives. Thank you, and invest wisely.